What's up, everybody? Her life with lupus. What's going on? First and foremost, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday, whether it's Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holiday it is you're celebrating. Happy winter holiday season. Something nice in general. And I also hope that wherever you are in this world, you are not feeling too much pain. You are not suffering, and all that jazz. So today's video is gonna be a little mix of everything. A mix of everything. Well, what do you mean, Pebbles? Well, Stacy, aka Pebbles, means we're going to talk a little bit about lupus. We're going to talk about how people who should know, or let me rewind. What I mean by people who should know, obviously you guys know I'm in the medical field. So obviously people in the medical field should know what lupus is, right? I mean, evidently they should know. So I've been working at my job now for over 5 years. I'm actually approaching a decade. And it's sickening how I had been not really at my worst. I had been feeling crummy, I want to say about a week or two ago. And somebody noticed and they asked me what was wrong. And I told them, oh, it's nothing. I'm just a bit under the weather. I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. I lost my voice for about 4 or 5 days, which is totally unusual for me because when I get laryngitis is what? 1-2 days and that's it. So I think I had lost my voice for a good 3, 4, maybe 5 days. And then on top of that, the lupus was just killing me. My joints were swollen. For the first time in a while, I'm actually wearing bracelets because my wrists were so swollen. It wasn't even funny. I hadn't been wearing my watch for a good 3 or 4 days. So my joints were bad. My joints were bad. My knees, my ankles. I could not sleep with my ankles touching each other, as weird as that sounds. Do you guys get like that? Drop a comment below. Let me know if you guys get like that, especially with the ankles, which I thought was so weird. Let me know. So usually in my videos I talk about personal experience and such. And maybe once or twice I had to give a lesson on lupus, and I think I'm going to have to do it again today because not a lot of people really understand the meaning and what people go through. And I'm hoping and praying that somebody, one of my colleagues, anybody I know out there that's a YouTube fanatic, comes across this video and they take the time out to watch and educate themselves. I've always said education is key. It's good to teach yourself. It's good to learn. It's good to absorb and just, take it with you. Just take what you absorb in here and take it with you. Keep it with you, and don't you ever lose it, because you know what? At the end of the day, your physical self may no longer be here, which is fine. Anybody could take your life. Anybody, anything could take your life. But the knowledge you gain, nobody will ever take that away from you. I was always taught that when I was growing up. Your physical self can be taken, but everything you learn up here will never be taken away from you. Never forget that. So anyway, so not too long ago, like I said, I wasn't feeling too good, and somebody approached me, asked me if I was okay. I was looking gray. My fingers were blue. My Raynaud's had acted up for the first time in my hands, because that usually happens in my toes. So I told them, yeah, I'm fine. I'm a bit under the weather. My lupus is acting up. They go, lupus? What's lupus? I says, oh, it's, chronic autoimmune disease. They go, cancer? And I just looked at this person with a blank face. cancer. If I had cancer, I would have said, I have cancer. I didn't say I had cancer. I have lupus. So it's lupus. This is what, like I said, it's a chronic autoimmune disease. Yeah, but what is that? How long have you been working in the medical field, my friend? And you don't know what autoimmune disease is? Alright, so I started to explain that, it was a chronic autoimmune disease that can damage any part of the body, meaning your skin, your joints, and or organs that are inside of your body aside from your outer body. Your skin is your organ, people, in case you didn't know. Your skin is one of the biggest organs in your body. So I had to also explain what chronic means, that the signs and symptoms tend to last longer than anticipated. In a lupus patient, signs and symptoms tend to last longer than 6 to 8 weeks, and sometimes even months, longer months, maybe even years. So with lupus, when something goes wrong with your immune system, which is part of the body that fights viruses, bacteria, germs, otherwise known as in the medical field, foreign invaders like the flu, So normally our immune system produces proteins, right, called antibodies that protect the body from such diseases and, these invaders. So, I just kept educating, and it seemed as if I had gotten this individual's attention, and, they started asking me more questions, but mostly what I personally go through. Excuse me one second. Basically, what I go through on a personal level. And I told them, and it was insane, how I was just being stared at. But you don't look sick, Stacy. So, that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to autoimmune disease. Autoimmune diseases are often invisible. So here, I'm educating this person, and while I thought it was super, super dope that I was educating someone and basically spreading awareness about my disease, I also found it quite bothersome that here's a person in the medical field that knows zero about it. Like nothing. So I basically told her about my YouTube page, and I said, my page is there to vent. My page is there to educate, because hashtag knowledge is power. And inform and just, support and spread the awareness, because to this very day, it is still unknown how people get lupus. It is unknown how lupus came about. And it sucks. It sucks. So then another question she asked me was, well, if you're that sick, why are you working? Why am I working? Is anybody going to pay my bills out there? That's why I'm working. Unfortunately, the government feels that people with lupus are not terminally ill. People think that people with lupus doesn't call for disability. Let me tell you folks something. There have been plenty days where I thought I was going to die. There have been plenty of days where I thought I was never going to work again. There have been plenty of days where the pain, the discomfort was so bad that I thought of ways to just take my own life, because God ugh, nobody will ever, until it happens to them, nobody will ever understand the pain. Nobody will ever understand it. And, you know, I continue to tell them, I says, you know, my page is something that respects others. You know, I try to uplift. I do my best to not speak of religion, because there are a lot of people out there that are not Catholics. There are a lot of people out there that are not Jewish or Muslim. So I try to keep it neutral. God can be any God you follow. And I'll keep you in my positive thoughts. I will send you positive vibes, positive energy. I will send you positive thoughts. I will send you positive words. You know, and I ask people to interact, because I love to know what other people out there are thinking and feeling and what they're going through. So I try to interact with those that interact with me. It's not much, you know, I'm building this up. I would like to get a lot of followers, and become an advocate with the Alliance and the American Lupus Society. But I know that'll take time, and you know what, it's not that serious. The fact that I have few people following me is good enough. And I always ask for people to interact, because at the end of the day, it is important for me to know. I'm not only educating them, but believe it or not, you guys are educating me too. So I just wanted to put that out there, you guys, because it is important. You know, I I believe in spreading the awareness, and it's not just for lupus. It's for any autoimmune disease, Alzheimer's, rheumatoid arthritis, junior rheumatoid arthritis. I have somebody in my life that's currently going through infusions, because for as long as I can remember, from when she was young, she would go through a lot. And like I said, you know, it's not just these autoimmune diseases. It's cancer, it's AIDS, it's Alzheimer's, it's the March of Dimes for preemies. You know, I like to spread awareness about all these things, because these things do exist. People do go through it. People do struggle. There are people out there who have a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to either their own personal health or the health of a loved one. And it's videos like this that I hope and pray that uplifts them and gives them this much strength, this much courage. And, you know, together we can figure something out, you know, find a cure or better treatment or something along those lines. So that's me. That's what I'm about. That's what this page is about. That's what lupus is about for me. Yeah, you know, it's tough, but, you know, one step at a time. I know we want to rush, but we can't rush health. We can't rush our own self, you know. Anyway, I would love to hear feedback. I love to engage with everybody, so please drop a comment, send me an email, whatever, do whatever it is that YouTube asks to do down below. Until next time, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa. I will do my very best to be back on before the new year, because I want to bring in the new year with my few viewers. So until next time, happy holidays. I'm sending you all gentle hugs and air kisses, and be kind to one another. I'm gonna try to, you know, use that as a hashtag, as my way of ending my videos. You know, be kind to one another. Everybody has a story, And until we sit down and talk to this person, or if we really look into this person, there's a lot more than what we think. You know, people always tell me, but you don't look sick. You don't look like you're depressed. You don't blah, 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 blah. And all I do is just sit there and, you know, while I appreciate that they tell me this, I just look at them and I'm like, man, you don't know what's hiding behind this smile, what's hiding behind my eyes, what's in my heart. Every morning I wake up, I cry because I'm in pain. It takes me 2 hours to get out of bed every morning. And when I struggle like that, it means I'm gonna have a bad day. Knowing that I have to come to work and take care of other people and not myself, it's hard. It's hard. I cry a lot. It's tough for me to when I go to bed, because as exhausted as I am, I can't sleep because of the discomfort. So be kind to one another, because yeah, you know what? I'm smiling. I look happy. I'm not in my uniform today, but I want to cry. That's my story. I want to cry. So until next time, Her Life with Lupus, drop them comments. Let me know what's going on in your world, how you're feeling, how you go through things, how you have to educate people that don't know what lupus is, and how you got to tell them, just because I don't look sick, don't mean I'm not sick. Hello. So again, happy holidays. Be kind to one another, and until next time, safe everything. Take care.